Hi friends, Simit here from InformedTrades.com. Today is March 26, 2014. Time for our daily Forex chart review. Basically, in these sessions each day at around 8:15 a.m. 8:15 a.m. New York time, 1:15 p.m. GMT. A little later today, we're getting started about 10 minutes late. I'll review the live Forex charts, the daily charts on 20-some Forex pairs, share the trades I'm placing, the moves I'm making in the market, sort of as a way we can all learn together. Of course, if the terminology I'm using is unfamiliar to you, or if you want to explore many other styles of trading in other markets, we have a whole bunch of information on InformedTrades.com. Check it out, register as a member, ask questions, share your knowledge, and we can all sort of learn together. Okay, let's get started. Now, as is customary, I do like to start with the pairs I have on at the moment. Screen froze a little bit for a second there. Okay. And I've got 4 trades on at the moment. Actually, I've got 5 trades on at the moment. One is at break even. Now, on the screen right now, you are seeing Euro Kiwi. I went long at this black line here, and my stop my stop is at this red line. So it looks like my stop is going to get hit. This is not really very favorable price action for me. So that won't be good. My position will be taken out for a loss. Most likely. It hasn't happened yet, but it might happen in the course of this video. That's how close we are. So that gives us a little bit more. Okay, well, that's one thing to consider, and if that stop gets hit, that will free up some more risk. Right now, I have if all my stops get hit, my account balance will fall by 1%. That's sort of my rule. So if this Euro Kiwi position stop gets hit on that, then I'll have some risk freed up, meaning I can put on another trade. That's one trade I have on at the moment. Another trade I have on is Euro Swiss. Let's take a look at that. And this is going pretty well for me. Price is now broken above the 50 simple moving average. There have been some comments recently from the Swiss National Bank that they will continue to defend the 1.2 peg on Euro Swiss. So that's kind of a great buying signal, or at least this has played out to be a great buying signal over the past couple years. Anytime Euro is near 1.2, just buy it, because whether it's because the Swiss National Bank is defending that level, or whether it's because they say they're defending that level and traders, are like, well, they're defending that level, I might as well buy it. Whatever the reason, playing that range, buying at 1.2 has been a good trade over the past couple of years. And at least so far, it's working out for me. My stop is at break even on this, so even if it comes down, if we come all the way back down to 21.42, it'll hit my stop and I won't lose any money. Okay, so that's my other position. There are still 3 more positions I have on. One is dollar Swiss. I'm short dollar Swiss. I'm short dollar Swiss at this thin black line here, and my stop is at this red line here. My stop came very close to getting hit yesterday. Let's zoom in a little more. It did not get, however. You can see it came within a couple pips of getting hit. I still think this price action looks pretty favorable. We'll see, though. My stop is not a break even. In order for it to move to break even, in order for me to move my stop from here, this red line down to this black line here, I need price to close below this dashed orange line. So let's see what it looks like, actually, just out of curiosity, on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so that's a little encouraging as well. It seems like the market is finding some kind of resistance here at this very thin dashed gray line. That was the level we identified earlier yesterday. So that's a little interesting. Switch back to the daily view, but nothing really to do on this pair just yet. So far we've looked at Euro Kiwi, we looked at Euro Swiss, we looked at dollar Swiss. What else do I have on? Canada yen and pound yen. Let's take a look at Canada yen. Okay, this is getting closer to to break even. I entered at the thick black line here. My stop is at this red line. Now it ended up finding support at this dashed gray line here, 91.12. So that obviously would have been, the ideal spot to enter in hindsight. But at least so far, you know, it's at least rallying in my favor. Let's see if it continues. It'll have to get above 92.35 to really, and there's going to be the 50. It's going to run to 50 simple moving average too. So that'll be a formidable resistance level. Anyway, there's nothing I'll be doing until price goes above 93.91. Now I may actually, well, that's most likely, but depending on what happens at 92.31, if we see price, head down from here or something, I may actually close out here at break even. We'll see. Let's see how price reacts here. If it shoots right through it, that'll be great. Okay, and then pound yen is the other trade I have on the moment. So there's no real action to take from me on my existing trades. The one thing to watch for is I'll still be I don't have room for any more trades at the moment, but if I see an order or if I see an opportunity, I might put it on because Euro Kiwi looks like it's going to get stopped out soon. Maybe not, but it's something to bear in mind. I can always look at an opportunity, then check back on Euro Kiwi and see what the situation looks like. Pound yen, this position is now in my favor. If price goes above this dashed orange line, that's something I like to do. I like to plot the point at which price needs to cross for me to move my stop to break even. And I usually try to pick a minor resistance level or support level in the downtrend. That is the level to watch where price closes at or above that level. I will move my stop to break even. So pound yen so far the position is in my favor. That's nice, but nothing else really to do at this time. Okay, let's see what else is out there in terms of other opportunities that might be worth exploring. We'll start with the euro, as is customary. Euro, Australian dollar. Okay, this is still in a downtrend, or price is still declining. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight down days here. I think this looks like a downtrend. So for a while, it was like, oh, this is uptrend, wait for the pullback. Pullback did happen here, and I played that via Aussie Swiss. So there was a bit of an opportunity. Now I'm more interested in this short opportunity, and I think the Australian dollar has really declined for a good bit, especially since November, right around here. Now I think it's getting ready to rally, so I'm looking for dips in the Australian dollar, which would be rallies, and Euro Aussie to short. Let's see if it pulls back to 52.80. I think that could be an interesting short on Euro Aussie. Euro Canada. Okay, Canada seems like it's finally starting to rally and give back some of the enormous, or get back some of the enormous declines it has given away. But let's see, I've said that before, let's see, ultimately it boils down to price. Let's see if price can fall to, right around here, really, 52, 51.98, 5200. That'd be a good level to potentially buy at. Great uptrend on Euro Canada and on many of the Canadian dollar pairs, as we'll see. Euro Swiss we looked at, Euro Pound. Okay, well, I was thinking about shorting this pair yesterday. If you recall, I was debating. I just didn't feel comfortable with the price action, where to put the stop, so I held off on it. Plus, I thought this could be some signs of a pattern of rising lows, right? One here, one here. So I didn't really feel as comfortable. But it is declining, so there could be potentially opportunity here. Could have been. I will. In any event, nothing at this point. Maybe it'll rally back and there'll be some opportunity. I don't know. Still, though, if price fell all the way down to here, I mean, I might be more interested in buying at this point at 82.75. Okay, Euro Pound, Euro Yen. This is now running away. Oh, well, it seems like we're finding support here, so this could be an interesting level to buy at. Let's see, actually. If we draw our Fibonacci retracements. Yeah, I mean, I think the 138.93 is really the earliest. I mean, we're at a 50 simple moving average. It's just not enough of a pullback for me, in my opinion. Um, we'll see. Right now, I have enough Canada yen, or I have enough yen exposure via Canada yen and pound yen. So I don't want more unless I can move one of those existing positions to break even. Um, but if it does go to 138.93, that could be an interesting opportunity. That's euro yen, euro kiwi. We looked at this earlier. Let's see, is it? Nope, hasn't hit my stop yet. Maybe it's let's actually take a look at the 4-hour chart on this. I don't know if I did that earlier. Well, that's not that encouraging. Maybe if this is I mean, the hope is that maybe this will end up being a doji candle and the price will really rally from here. We'll see. Um, yeah. So, okay. So that's euro kiwi. We also have let's go back to dollar or a daily time frame, and let's check out euro US dollar. Now I'm short dollar Swiss, which is the equivalent of going long euro dollar, and I still sort of like that idea. I actually like it quite a bit. One thing I'm gonna to help show how much I like this idea. I think there's a price channel we can add. So something to think about. Price channel on euro dollar. Plus we have a Fibonacci retracement level. We have a horizontal support level, all in the same vicinity. We got some long wick candles here. I think it's all pretty supportive. I like the setup or the pattern on dollar Swiss more, but euro dollar, I get the idea here also. My dollar Swiss position is a little out of the money at the moment. It's like the equivalent of going long on this black line almost. Um, okay, so that's euro dollar, and I think that does it for the dollar or euro. Let's go to the pound, pound Aussie. Same story here. We're now in a downtrend, a bull market in the Australian dollar, so I'm looking to short pound Aussie and euro Aussie. I need a rally for that to happen. Maybe a rally back to, well, let's see when price starts to turn. Right now, we've had 5 consecutive down days in pound Aussie. So let's see when it starts to turn, then we can get an idea of what might be a good level to short at. Pound Canada. Okay, we're getting, I talked about this being we have a bearish checkmate here. The bears have really drawn the line and this, hit my stop and then it, oh no, that was on a different pair. But bearish checkmate here. Bears have really put the foot in really, and price is going to have a lot of trouble advancing past 86.72. That leaves me a little bearish, but there's still an uptrend here. So I don't know how much room to downside there really is. This is the kind of chart I'd stay away from. There's signs to be bullish, signs to be bearish, which in my opinion is I'll let someone else fight that battle. I'll look for something that's a little clearer rather than something that's a bit murkier. Pound Swiss. Okay, and this is another one. I thought about going long here. Clearly would have been a good idea. I did not though, which is fine because it was. I didn't feel as comfortable in the opportunity, and I think that was totally fine. There's still some bearish signs here. You have a downward sloping moving average. You have price below the 50-simple moving average. Now, maybe if it closes, we're back in this price channel, so that's interesting. If it ever gets to a point where, maybe out here, maybe, in a week or so, we might be at 146.61 at the bottom of this price channel at the support level. 200 exponential moving average could be right there. Maybe the 50 simple moving average is closer too. That could be an interesting level to buy at, especially if we see candlesticks confirm. But until then, I will just pass on pound Swiss. Pound yen, I'm in at the moment. So far, so good on that. Let's see if we can close above 169.96. Then I can move my stop to break even. Pound kiwi. Okay, that really rallied, or that declined sharply like we saw in euro kiwi. I'm not in on this trade. Maybe there's an opportunity to buy here. Not really though. Kiwi looks like it's got some strength behind it. I've lost a number of Kiwi trades lately, so we'll see. I'll keep this in mind, but let's see how my Euro Kiwi trade closes out first before I add to another long or short Kiwi position. I mean, pound dollar. Okay, that appears to be rallying, which is supportive of my short dollar Swiss trade. Um, yeah, we are out of the 50 simple moving average now, though. This looks like it may be the low here. Nothing to do at the moment. Let me actually draw a trend line, though. From here, maybe. That seems a little arbitrary. I'll delete that. About from here, do we get a better trend line? Yes, we do. Okay, so that's a bit of a better trend line. Been touched, we have 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Something to bear in mind. Gives us a bit of an uptrend. Um, Ultimately, it's not. I still don't see the candlesticks that I want to see just yet on pound dollar. We'll see though. We do have a 61.8 retracement level, so if I see a nice candlestick setup, chances are I'd go long pound dollar. I'm definitely open to that idea, but at this point, no order goes on pound dollar, dollar Canada. Okay. And more signs the Canadian dollar is finally rallying after spending so much time declining. Um, let's see if it can fall to the 50 simple moving average at least. Otherwise, I mean, some may feel comfortable buying at 112, 111.29. I'll wait. I need a little more of a pullback. Um, this level here, 110.55 seems more like it, but we'll see. Price is bouncing off the support level here. Um, yeah. So we'll see. Maybe 111.29. Maybe I need to see a little more candlestick confirmation. Always my favorite thing to look for. When I'm unsure, when I feel there is insufficient evidence somewhere else, candlesticks are what I insist upon. Dollar Swiss. Oh yeah, we are short this. Losing a little bit of money, but I do like the candlestick formation here. I think it's pretty solid. Dollar yen. Yeah, if it can fall to 101.31, I do have enough yen exposure via Canada yen and pound yen, but I would possibly consider a long position at 101.31, depending on especially if I can move or if I can move my existing yen positions to break even. Then I'd be interested in adding more at 101.31. Short yen to me is the ultimate trade from a long-term perspective. So a lot of these yen trades, my pound yen, my Canada yen trades, I've got basically 9-to-1 reward risk. I'm really looking for a big play there. To me, that's the way to play the yen in the current environment. That's dollar yen. Now I will go to dollar Singapore. Hmm. Yeah, no real, perhaps a buying opportunity coming up at some point, but right now price is just declining. Let's see what happens when price stalls and where it does. So for now, I will just pass on dollar Singapore. Could be. I am interested in potentially buying. And we are at a 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. So it does look like an opportunity could be shaping up, maybe at 26.27, maybe at this trend line here. Let's see. Either way, let's see for price to really stabilize a bit. So nothing yet on dollar Singapore. We'll be keeping an eye out for it, on it though. Going on to the Canadian dollar pairs, Canada Swiss. Yeah, so this is just like Euro Canada. If we can get a pullback to 80.33, now this is my kind of trade. I really would like to short it from here, but we just need that a good pullback. Until then, it's just a matter of waiting. Canada yen, I'm in at the moment. So now let's go to the Australian dollar. Aussie Canada. And Aussie Canada, wow, big rally. I mean, Aussie Canada has now had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, yeah, I mean, this might technically be a down day, but it's a very small. It's basically had, out of the past 11 days, 9 have been up and 2 have been dojis, which is really, that's pretty impressive. However, we're coming up on the top of the price channel, and something that appreciates this quickly, chances are it's going to be coming down. So interesting chart here. And I'm interested in buying, but I want to see it fall to the bottom of the price channel. Until then, no point really. Aussie Swiss. Yeah, I mean, we clearly are seeing the Australian dollar has turned bullish. Major turning point is in for the Australian dollar. So I'm looking to buy the dip now at this point. Aussie Swiss not giving us a dip yet. Also, Australian dollar is not giving any kind of dip. Really, but yeah, look at that. Aussie yen, same situation. So buying the Australian dollar here, and I was thinking about it, would have been a great trade, but I didn't do it. Here's the type of, you really see 1, 2, 3 candles in a tight pattern. This is, I mean, this is just a beautiful setup. Anytime you have 3 candles in a tight range, and this is probably something that you can algorithmically screen for, and that might be something that I should work on. You know, candles in a tight range like this, once you see them take off, that's or often that precedes a good takeoff. Aussie Kiwi. Okay, now the one potential thing, I talked about this yesterday. I'm still, Australian dollar is incredibly bullish. The one trade that could be worth shorting, is Aussie Kiwi, and that's just. But the more I look at Australian dollar and other currency pairs, to me it just seems like this is not the kind of, you don't want to catch a falling knife and try to, short something that has this much momentum behind it. However, Aussie Kiwi is running into some serious resistance. The way it's looking on other pairs, I feel like it's gonna break through this resistance, but it is worth noting. If we see some reversal candlesticks here, I could be interested in shorting Aussie Kiwi. Aussie US. Wow, another big rally. We're now at the 200 exponential moving average, so that's another. Let's see if that causes price to stall a little bit, which may give the opportunity to buy the dip on the Australian dollar. If we can come back to, 90.70, I'd be interested in going long Aussie US dollar. So that does it for the Australian dollar. Let's go to Kiwi Canada. Yeah, still need more of a decline before we can really do anything. Some folks may want to try shorting from here. To me, it isn't clear that this is that bearish of a setup, but I'm more interested in buying the dip in this type of an uptrend. Kiwi Swiss. Big move here. This is very similar to my Euro Kiwi trade, which is nearing my stop. So there might be an opportunity to short. Let's see if we can get to 76.50. That could be a short opportunity. My Euro Kiwi position of stop has not gotten hit yet, so that's encouraging, I suppose. Certainly very close. We are now 11 pips away on that. Oh, Kiwi yen. Okay, this is really soaring. So Kiwi is also rallying. That's not so good for my short Euro Kiwi position or my long Euro Kiwi position, but it may indicate maybe favorable for shorting Kiwi Swiss, which is something that it looks like it could be a setup that's not yet, but getting closer to being a good time for that. Kiwi yen rallying here. Let's actually. Is there a bit of a trend line we can draw? Maybe. Yeah. Huh. Okay. So that's been touched a bunch of times. Very steep trend line. So when it's something this steep, it can very easily fall right through it. Um, let's see if we can go down a 50 simple moving average right around here, 85, 66, 65. That could be a good level to buy at, right? Which is now almost 300 pips away. But I have enough yen exposure by Canada yen and pound yen, so I don't really want to add a yen position until I can move one of those to break even. Kiwi dollar, um, another good trade to enter on would have been right here. So Kiwi's been Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar have really just been in uptrends. That's something to bear in mind. I'm looking for good opportunities to buy the dip. We'll see. Australian dollar looks like it's running into some formidable resistance on Aussie US dollar, running up against 200 exponential moving average, and Aussie Kiwi is also running up to resistance in a downtrend. So there may be some opportunities coming up to buy the dip on the Australian dollar. On the New Zealand dollar, I'm not seeing any opportunities to buy the dip. It's still going strong, so may just have to watch and wait a bit longer. That's about it for the chart review in today's session. I'm not putting on any additional orders today. I do have a full stack of 4 positions that are not at break even and 1 position that is at break even. Let's see how those play out, and we'll be back tomorrow to review the charts and see what opportunities are there for us and how the markets are playing out. If you have any questions, anything you want to add, join us at InformedTrades, register, participate, and we can all learn together. Thanks, and best of luck in your trading. See you tomorrow.